In this video, we'd like to take a look at writing accessible content. First and foremost, we would recommend using plain language. This is required by law in some circumstances. For example, in the United States, there was legislation passed for things, and there's a guidance page to help understand what plain language is, especially when you're working with the government. There's a tool called the Hemingway app that can help with readability. Now, emphasis here on readability. The easier something is to read, the greater the audience that is able to read this. Even people who you think are, older and more involved in their professional life, they might have an outward and seeming appearance of being able to have high cognitive function, does not necessarily mean that they aren't distracted by something or just trying to quickly skim things. There are certainly people who have cognitive disabilities that prevent them from being able to easily read things, so dyslexia, autism. So the easier something is to read, the more direct you are with what information you are trying to convey, the easier it is for a broader audience to access that information. Consider your subject and your audience. Be sure to write copy and consider how it can be easily understood. Be empathetic to the diversity of your audience and what they can comprehend. Non-text content should support your overall topic and text in proximity. So for example, images, videos, graphs, charts. Make sure that there's a complement between that and the text. If your content does not add something of value, remove it. Please try to be clear and concise with your content. Use words that are recognized by your audience. Avoid any vocabulary that is not understood by your audience. This is very prominent in very technical or scientific fields. So if there's a way that you can use a simpler word, use it. And if you're unsure, ask a large sample of your audience what words they prefer. Test the effectiveness of words that facilitate user decision-making, like navigation or taxonomy or page titles or other words that help people make decisions. Content strategy is a very valuable way of being consistent with what you're trying to say across multiple pieces of content, multiple pages, brochures, email communications. Content is an investment. It is a collateral that can change in value over time. You want to assess the value of your live content. Remove any content that is no longer supportive of user and business needs. Add content that aids changing needs. And use the consistent voice and tone across all communication channels.